Friends and Nightwish fans, let me adjust this camera here. There I am. Brian here for Yes You Can Play Guitar, and we're going to do some of your reading your comments on some videos here. This one is going to be for my reaction to Nightwish, How's the Heart Acoustic. Now, again, guys, why do I do these? Because you know what? I know it means a lot to you guys out there. I know sometimes if I watch a channel that I like, and if I make a comment or say something and someone gives me a shout out, it means a lot to me. So I'm hoping that it means a lot to you guys. And you know what? Without you guys, this channel would be nothing. So that is also why I usually don't react to comments right away. I like to wait for my reading your comments videos on that particular video. So Nightwish fans and friends, okay? I like to call you guys friends because you guys, the Nightwish fans, have been amazing to my channel. They've been amazing for the support. And so I call you guys friends, okay? Let's check it out. What do we got going on here? Waylander 45. Floor's vocal here is immaculate. She has transcendent talent. Troy's playing is also superb. I remember I loved this performance. Such a talented dude. Troy was once asked by an interviewer if there's anything he couldn't play as well as he would like. He laughed a little and said ice hockey. Cheers from Oz. So obviously, Waylander, you're from Australia. I happen to be from Canada. And so we're friends through the Commonwealth. But also, we as Canadians, I want to explain something to you guys. When somebody uses the term ice hockey, we know that they're not from Canada. Because we just call it hockey. You know, we like that's just how it is here with hockey. Hockey is, it's not our national sport. Lacrosse is, but hockey is, as you guys all know around the world, it is the sport here in Canada. So when we hear someone use the term ice hockey, we know that they're not regulars when it comes to hockey. So we know they're not Canadian. You won't hear a Canadian ever say ice hockey. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. My good friend Chris O. Tuomas wrote the second verse for Floor, her husband Hans, and their daughter Freya. Okay, all my Dutch friends, I'm trying my best here. Pronunciation. Floor's eyes did not stay dry when he told her about that. Song is on the 2020 Human 2 Nature album. If you're interested in hearing the full band plugged in version later, there's a good lyric video and live performance at Deke Brand at Hellfest Festivals 22. And Louis Minton said, this is Thomas' way to say thank you, Floor, for saving the band back in 2012 and making us great again. So for those of you that were on my Patreon for the first time, and this time it's all being re-uploaded to my Patreon, going to Nightwish school, one of the things I did was I watched that documentary. It was an amazing documentary, and I commented, talked about it. I'm re-uploading all that stuff. But I also want you guys to know that we have a severe thunderstorm and tornado warning. I can hear it in the background, so if all of a sudden we got to split really quickly, that's why, my friends. Weird summer here, okay? Chris Page, 68, the irreplaceable Floor. That voice can break your heart, then give you a warm hug. Incredible. I agree. Killer Monero, damn it, Floor made me cry again, okay? One reply, what's going on? We're waiting. Greggy Golf, cost me a fortune in tissues listening to Nightwish reactions. Okay, Greggy Golf, okay. Oh, it's posted twice. Okay. SC Web, they did Nemo as well whilst they were there, which is also worth a listen. I'm sure it was. My first Nightwish reaction, was it not Nemo with Tarja singing a long time ago? I recently did a reaction to Ampu's band, and Annette was one of the singers in it. I didn't even recognize her. I'm like, man, Brian, you're so incompetent. What the hell? Okay. Palm Limey. Nice reaction. I thought it was a nice thing that you did by doing a request for someone that wasn't a patron just because they sent you a nice message. So, yes. And let's discuss that, okay? Again, I know I sound like a broken record to you guys, so I'm going to keep it really quick. When you do reactions in your channel, you don't get paid for them because there's an issue called you're using copyrighted material. So any money that is made, it's going to the artists which own the material, and that's the way it should be. But sometimes when you start to get a bit of a following, people think, oh, they're making a ton of money, and you're not. So sometimes we have to lean on Patreon, buy me a coffee, maybe some donations, whatever. It really helps a lot, but I understand, like, not everyone can do that. But when people donate a couple of bucks a month on Patreon to get a bit of extra footage or extra content, it really helps out. It means the world. But no, I don't. I had someone kind of write an ignorant comment about a year ago saying, oh, you have to pay for you to do reactions? Like, whoa, peace. No. Yes, of course, if a patron says, hey, maybe could you, yes, they're going to get a priority. But at the same time, I do it all the time. I do it more than ever now. I'll just take a comment, say, oh, that looks interesting. Let's do that. Or that person sent me a nice email. Oh, I'll do that. So I try to keep everybody happy. With YouTube, it's not possible, but I do my best. But yes, sometimes I do that. You know, if I see that someone's been commenting regularly on my channel, they support my channel. Sometimes even not, they'll just make a nice message, a nice comment with a cool reaction. I'll say, yeah, I'll check that out. Why not? Okay, cool, man. Troy is an important part of Nightwish. Lots of small things he does go unnoticed, such as his EBO work on numbers such as Shoemaker and Nemo. He has to step up and take on more vocals now that Marco's left, and is doing a great job. And, you know, that's one thing we've talked about at length on Patreon, but also in my reaction videos to Nightwish. I loved Marco. He had that cool warrior Viking feel to him. Very talented. There was just a magic with Nightwish, and I've reacted to some of Marco's solo material. It's very good, but it's just not quite the same. And it's not against Marco. He's a monster musician. But I really liked him when he was in Nightwish. I thought he brought his own little... There's some magic there. And, you know, on a much lesser extent, I've talked about this on Patreon, maybe some other videos. You know, some of my videos aren't reaction videos. Some are guitar lessons, band experiences, band advice, all that other stuff. But I've been in situations where sometimes either a band member quits or you replace them with a better musician. And then the chemistry's not the same, even though it's a weird thing, you know? It's like... Yeah, but Marco is awesome. And so is Troy. Morbius Lenoir. If you want to see another side of Nightwish, try Slow Love Slow. There's a few versions online, including the one with Flora when she just started with the band. Hope to see you react to it soon. Okay, noted. Okay. ECB FTL. I like the one from Fort Lauderdale, October 2012. There are a couple of good fan videos out there. 2012. It seems like it was like 2 minutes ago, but where does the time go? You know, guys, I'm coming to the end of my 50th year on this planet. I'll be 51 next month. Believe me, I've made the most of my 50th year. But, you know, is it normal at this age to be more nostalgic, thinking back and going, man, where does the time go? My time here is well over half done. Sultry Flora at her best, yes. But here's the thing. Flora is extremely classy. Flora is extremely attractive, but she's classy. Very important. Another band I react to is called Love Bites. 5 virtuoso Japanese women. All beautiful, but classy. There's something to be said for that, because the way the world's going, my friends, Flora is class. She's a classy woman. And that in itself is attractive. All sitting. Empu has fun with the audience. Very Pink Floyd vocals at the end. And again, I reacted to Empu's other band last week, and he let loose on the guitar a little bit. Empu's a wicked guitar player, man. He's wicked. Clive Matthews, my good friend. Clive's been a long-time channel supporter, and you're appreciated, Clive. Yes, Troy's guitar is a personalized filed guitar from England, who also make his bouzouki. He had a cutout at the bottom under the fretboard for ease of use. It was originally the shape of a typical acoustic guitar. There was also an acoustic version of Nemo at this recording. Also love to hear Troy using an EBO on electric guitar in various songs. Flora needs no words. Very true. And I remember when we did the reaction to the video, not only did the guitar look amazing, it sounded amazing. And I'm going to tell you guys a quick funny story. In my neck of the woods, actually it's probably about a 2-hour drive from here because I live out in the middle of nowhere, there's this really kind of upscale guitar store. Okay? I'm going to tell you guys a story. And a few years ago, when I got back into teaching guitar, I didn't have an acoustic guitar, so I went into this store, and you know, this guy, he's got like $8,000 Martin guitars in there. Okay, I bought this is a Seagull. It's a Canadian guitar made in Quebec, the province where I live now. I would call this a good middle of the road guitar. It's got some electronics in it, so I can plug into a sound system. Sounds nice. So I was kind of getting into that little gem there. And he said to me, he said, Brian, I know you've got a really good set of ears. I said, well, I'm half deaf, but whatever. He said, I want you to try out these guitars. And he had this kind of like an isolation room. And so I was trying these different guitars. And I tried one, it was by this brand, it's around the same price. And I tried it. I said, ooh, this one sounds like garbage. I don't want this one. This one sounds way better. I mean, the woods and everything. And he said, okay, cool. Can you try out some different guitars and let me know what you think? So I was trying out like $6,000 acoustics, which sounded great. And then he handed me a lower end one. And he said, I need to know what you think of this. I'm thinking, I wasn't expecting much, but I played it. And I said, oh, it sounds really good. I can really hear certain frequencies. It's really cutting. It's really nice. It has a nice tone to it. And he's like, yes, but a lot of people don't hear that. I could hear when Troy was playing, like that guitar was an amazing guitar. Very high end. God only knows how much money it costs. You know, people don't even realize sometimes with the price of some guitars, it's not just like the Fender or the Gibsons. I'm not a collector, okay? But I have one of my electric guitars. It's a middle of the road guitar. I have a luthier. He's about an hour from here. He was doing some work on it last summer. I did a video about it. You know, guys, check out some of my non-reaction videos. It helps me out a lot because those videos I can monetize. I took it to him and he worked on it, but he was telling me about, you know, like he said, I should make you a custom-made guitar. I'm like, okay, what kind of we're looking at? I don't know, $8,000. I'm like, I said, hey, maybe when my channel gets a little bigger. But he's a trained luthier, so sometimes he's making like $20,000, $30,000 custom acoustic guitars. It's crazy. So I don't even want to venture to see how much that guitar that Troy was playing cost, but it sounds so amazing. The parts, the strings, the electronics, everything. It was an amazing sounding guitar. What I would do to try that guitar, it was absolutely amazing. Who knows, maybe if the channel's big enough, maybe I can talk to that company. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Okay, Eric Vermeulen, thank you, friend, for reacting to this pure music. I love the official metal version, but this acoustic version shows how good the song is. Very true. Thank you, Eric. Timo Arula, this song is special, a song about human empathy. We really need to care more and fight less. Timo, part of the whole core to this channel is the fact that the world's gone crazy. Nobody's getting along, everybody's fighting, but at least we have music. Music is one of the things that we can just enjoy. You know, even if you don't like me, even if you don't like my channel, you can still come here and say, hey, we can agree to disagree. I see things this way. Cool, no problem, man. No problem. We're allowed to agree to disagree. We're allowed to agree. But just music, man. Peace. I'm with you. I'm with you, Timo. Great post. I really like the original version, but that acoustic version, it just hits so well into my soul and heart. It is more personal. Also, this song's message is more powerful in this way than its original version. I was fortunate enough to see this song played acoustic live. It was beyond beautiful. Okay, and he's explaining again what someone had explained before. The song is about human empathy. And I agree, man. Timo, I'm with you. You know, like it's... The world's just gone crazy. You know, don't even get me started on that. But we have music. And that's why when all my friends around the world congregate to the channel and we talk about music, it's a great thing. Because we need more empathy in the world. Plus, here's another acoustic version of Nightwish song, Nemo. The song that, yes, people have mentioned that before. That was my first reaction with Tari singing. Of course, Tari was fantastic, but I am definitely a Floor fan. There's no question. Bill Addercliffe. Bill has been supporting the channel for a long time. I appreciate you, Bill. The guitar is a file modified for Troy. I'm actually going to look that company up on Instagram. I want to follow them. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. See if I can spell it properly. I'm actually going to delete my TikTok today, I think, because I just can't stand all the silliness on it. Filed. Filed guitars. I don't see them here, but I will look for them. Okay. He had them add that cutaway, I can't remember the correct guitar term, as a guitar previously had a typical classical shape to the body. Yes, cutaway is the right term, and we use that when we want to play a little bit higher up in the neck for some noodling solos. Marcel, thanks for reacting to Nightwish again. Missed this. Your reactions are great. Maybe find some time to do a few more. Marcel, I am absolutely doing that. For you guys who have been watching the channel, I had some health concerns about a year ago, and I had to focus on my health. So I slowed things down, but we're back, my friends. We're back, okay? Pericles, Thank you for your time. Lots of love from Scotland. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. I've been fortunate to see Nightwish many times. My favorite song, not on recent set lists, is Bless the Child. It has been my shower song for more years than I can remember. I do highly recommend. Take care. Well, thank you, Perry. I appreciate it. Where in Scotland are you from? Michelle Sharp, fan from Scotland too. I saw them in Birmingham, November 22nd. Amazing. Saw them in Glasgow back in 08 too. Cool. My good friend Mars is fun. Love you, Mars. Here in Canada, I think maybe in the United States, we have a chocolate bar called a Mars bar. It's the most delicious thing ever. Been working hard on my figure, my physique, trying to get my physique back at 50. It's a lot of work, my friends. I avoid Mars bars, but my God, they are good. Probably one of my favorites. John Lindquist, his guitars are filed. Excellent. Thank you, John. Alley Cat, 1. When we seen them live at, good God, Gelsenkirchen, they played this acoustic version of How's the Heart. Magic indeed. That whole concert was something special from the setting, the crowd, and the music. Thanks for this, Brian. Thank you, Alley Cat. Check out the upcoming for reading. Comments to this video for a shout out. Okay, it really means a lot to me, you know, like I was going to do a separate video of this, but I've known some people I've had connections to in the past, and they've had YouTube channels that have taken off, and they kind of forget their friends. They kind of forget where they were, and they, you know, like I had this person I knew. I don't want to get into the story, but this person's channel has taken off. They're doing really well. And I've talked to this person, and we've had a lot of nice conversations. One of the things I do on my channel, because like my channel is still small. Some might argue it's a medium-sized channel, but when I have small channels approach me and say, hey, I like your channel, think you're cool. Well, thank you. You're a good-looking older man. Well, thank you doubly. They'll say, hey, can I do an interview with you? I try to make my time for that and say, yeah, sure. But this person's channel is doing, I don't know, maybe they're at 250,000 subscribers now. I kind of forget. I had some nice conversations with this person that are very nice. And then one day I said, hey, you know, could we do a little interview for my channel? And the conversation went ice cold. Oh yeah, interviews. You'll have to contact my people and ask for some forms to fill out, but I'm not really doing any anymore. Oh, okay. I don't want to be that kind of a-hole, no matter whatever happens with this channel. I just want to just kind of keep it real and, you know, just do what I do. So I know you guys tolerate me with the promoting the Patreon, the other things, just that helps me with the channel and keep things moving. But thank you guys for tolerating that. I'm sure it gets kind of annoying at times, but I appreciate you guys, and I just never want to turn into that type of person. You know, they kind of forget. You know, I have another friend who was a pretty good friend, and it's not in the music field, and their channel is really taken off. And, you know, he messages them now, they never respond, and I understand, believe me, when I started my channel, I would try to respond to every single comment. And I always thought, you know, I don't want to be like those big channels where they never respond. I did a video about a year ago. I think I might have had 20,000 subscribers then. And I'm like, check out how many comments I have on my channel. So I'm like a small, maybe medium-sized channel. Like there's thousands of comments. That's another reason I like doing these videos, because I give you all a shout out and say, hey, you know, it's a good way for me to tackle a bunch of comments, but also give you my thanks and my gratitude. But sometimes the correspondence can be overwhelming. So, but I do my best, and I do my best for you guys. Andreas Jansen, nice reaction. If you want to see Troy really shine, check out Last of the Wilds from Wacken 2013. An interview with Troy would be awesome. I've seen a couple, and he seems to be the nicest guy on earth. So again, guys, this is another thing with me. When people take that extra step with Patreon, the power is in my channel growing. Because the bigger your channel gets when you approach a band or a management company about interviewing someone, the more they're going to pay attention. When you have like 300 subscribers, forget it. But when you start having 30,000, they know that there's going to be more eyes on that interview with that person or whoever they're promoting stuff. So my dream is to have a couple of my Patreons who are Nightwish fans interview the band with me. That is one of the goals that I'm working towards in the future, but still have a bit of growing to do yet. I did contact Nightwish's management last year, but an interview, didn't hear back from them. So Thorgrim, my good friend Thorgrim, being Canadian, you're probably familiar with Brittany Slays from Unleash the Archers, an incredible Canadian metal vocalist. Troy would be a great interview. I actually did a reaction to Unleash the Archers. They're an incredible band. I've been meaning to do another reaction. Thorgrim, just send me an email sometime. yesyoucanplayguitar@gmail.com. Say, Brian, this would be a great Unleash the Archers song to do a reaction to. I remember there was a lot of comments and a lot of views on it. They're from the other side of Canada. I live in Quebec, so I'm not quite in the middle of Canada, more towards the east. But I think they're from the west coast. If they were closer, hell, I might even drive there to interview them. I actually have a friend who was with a very legendary metal band. And he's not with them anymore, but like they were like cutting edge metal in the early 80s. And legendary cult reputation. And he's a good friend of mine. And he has a new band. And I'm hoping to do an in-person interview with him because he's 2 hours away. I can drive there. So, but yeah. So Thorgrim, you email me. yesyoucanplayguitar@gmail.com. Just say, hey, say hi, because you're a great guy. You've been supporting my channel for a long time. And just tell me, give me a couple of requests that you'd like to see me do. At Mag Zusi, as long as it's a live performance, I don't care which Nightwish song you're going to react next. Cool. As you guys know, I like doing the live performances other than the videos because, I don't know, you get to see the band interact. ECBFTL, fellow Quebecer, nice reaction. I actually moved to Quebec around 3 years ago. And it is different here. There's some differences, even with the healthcare and some other things, more taxes. God. But I am proud of that. I'm a little bit more in Western Quebec. Montreal is probably about a 3-hour drive from here. But what part of Quebec are you from, my friend? Kari Hapenan, thumbs up, thank you. Kari, you should interview Empu for sure and ask him to throw the bone type of. I'd love to interview Empu. I don't know how his English is. I can tell you my Finnish is non-existent. I can say Suomi. I think that's it. Dragon's Eye, judging by the name of your channel, it's suggested to have a chat with Empu. Great guitarist, but insanely underrated. He is. I did a reaction last week of his other band, and man, he just let loose with the solo. He's fantastic. He's a wicked guitar player. It's not even a criticism of Nightwish. It's just sometimes it's like, Empu, you rock. You know you rock. Just throw us a little bit more. Sometimes when you throw in a really good guitar solo, even a short one, it can really just... I'm not saying play the song for the guitar solo and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to play a solo for 4 minutes. That's not what I'm saying. Okay? A good guitar solo, you're telling a story within a story, and it lifts the song up. Okay? And Empu is awesome. But also Troy would be great. Maybe you could get both on. Could be fun. Well, probably, again, just because of the language situation, I'd probably looking at Troy first. Tor Bjornsson Juander. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Nemo Acoustic, also at Planet Rock at the same time. Cool. Okay. My good friend, Jason Marshall. He's named after a great line of Marshall amps. They had done 2 songs for Planet Rock, this one at Nemo Acoustic, and it would be great if Troy Donockley, who is British, have an interview with you, good sir. I wonder how to message him. Jason, my man. Hope all is well with you. Okay. Fear is a choice you embrace. Okay. User, they did an acoustic version of Nemo in the same venue that is well worth checking out. Renee Jensen. If you could interview Thomas, that would be the one, but I think it's going to be hard getting him on here. He rarely does this. Well, the strength is in the channel. The strength is in you guys. The more we get the channel to grow, the sooner we're going to be able to get them. I definitely would like to get over 30,000 subscribers before trying again. I did contact Nightwish's management last year. JP Souther, I'm related to some U.S. Gagno. Okay, cool. Cornelius Antonius. Can you even play guitar like the God Troy, finger plucking if there is no tomorrow? Well, there's different ways of playing the guitar, my friend. I would call myself, I was a metal guitarist for many years. Some would say virtuoso shred dude. But I had to play country guitar for many years as well. I can hear the thunder coming, and the thunder rolls. So with the tornado warning. So we're almost finished. But finger picking, I'm okay. But probably more of a shred virtuoso stuff is more my thing. Okay. DJ M, I agree on the live issue. Maybe, especially with rock and metal, rap and hip hop, maybe depending on the artist a bit more. But rock and metal don't have to be perfect, and live for me is almost always better. Axl Rose, maybe not though. Pass the French fries. Okay. Click Sick, Wishmaster with Tardy singing, Empu playing great guitar solos. Okay. We will look into that one. And we have John Verkeep. The name is still wrong. Take it from a Dutchman. It's not Jensen, it's Jansen. Jansen. My friends, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you all for all the support with my channel. And, you know, this is my way of saying thank you. Big shout out to you all. And remember, guys, practice hard but practice smart, and we'll see you soon.